Good morning, YouTube. It was a hot day in the Philippines. Summer seems to have kicked in really now, so yeah, very nice. I wanted to talk to you about my motorbike. I've owned it now for, well, it was 2 years back in November, but actually registered on the road. It's 2 years next month. So more or less 2 years now that I've been using this on the road, give or take 6 or 7 months at a time when I'm in the country. As you know, this was on the sidecar, didn't like it, took it back off, and I'm happy with that decision. The sidecar will be sold. And that'll never happen again. So yeah, I've had this now for 2 years. Just wanted to run by some goods, some good points and some negatives. On the whole, very good bike, very happy with it. So let's crack on. So my main bugbear, if you like, with the bike is this simple thing. Foot peg, rear brake. Way too close to that. So when I'm riding, I don't know if I can show you that now by putting my foot on there. So when I'm riding, as you can see, okay, just imagine I got normal shoes on. See, my foot is hovering over that the whole time, which is not ideal. A bit uncomfortable, so I try to do that sometimes, also a bit uncomfortable. You get used to it. I seem to have realized more about it recently. I don't know why. So the other problem with the bike is because of the style of bike it is, the seat's way too short for Sally. So we had to have this made, and that just slots on there, and away you go. So my third and final problem with the bike are these. So I put, as you know, these on both sides, heavy duty shocks. The originals are in here. They're the ones with the extra gas, but also, like the other ones, non-adjustable. I will be buying some decent shocks when I go back to the UK and bring back with me next year, or send in a box, because that'll be quite heavy. So yeah, the problem with these still, they do say that they're heavy duty, and when we go to town, it seems fine. We're like gliding over the rough surface and everything. Whether they get hot or the oil thins or whatever's in there, coming back, it starts, when we hit the rough ground down the road, they start to bottom out as well. So metal on metal is what it feels like. So I'm a bit annoyed with that. I won't be using it an awful lot now before I go back. I fly in 5 weeks. Actually 5 weeks yesterday. So yeah, time's getting on. But, so that's basically the negatives. Another negative, if you like, is the price of the tires. I was quite shocked because it had the old tire was basically bald. It was still like new until I put it onto the sidecar, and it just scrubbed it out within 3 months. It was bald. So new tire on, 4,000 pesos. That's a lot of money for a tire when you think you pay about 1.5 maybe for normal motorbikes. Probably not even that. You could probably get them cheaper than that. You can get them as cheap as 800. Whether they're any good or not, I don't know. But yeah, so that's about it. So as far as a performance goes, so it's a 250. It's got 17 brake horsepower, which is plenty. Even for myself and Sally, we can cruise along at 80 kilometers, 50 miles an hour all day. And for 250, back in the day, back in the 70s and 80s, the 250 would have been quicker. They just were. What I would say about this one, it's not a Euro 4 or Euro 5 or anything like that, as far as I'm aware. So it hasn't been restricted like a lot of the ones I have in Europe and the rest of the world. So it does have plenty of oomph. Just not as fast as they used to be. They used to be quicker for whatever reason. I think they probably have more brake horsepower than 17 maybe. But it's enough. We get up the mountains, no trouble. The both of us sat on there, and if I'm on my own, it just flies. But I'd imagine the top speed on this is supposed to be 80 miles an hour, give or take 130 kilometers an hour. I haven't done that. I've been over 60 miles an hour on it a few times. And I just wouldn't want to take it any faster than I don't think. But here in the roads in the Philippines, you don't really need to, unless you can hit the freeway, motorways we call it in the UK, which you're not allowed to on this thing. It's only 250, so it's irrelevant. Yeah. So what I do like as well is the brakes on this thing. They're twin discs. They have got serious stopping power. They really have. They're good. The rear brakes are okay. They're a disc as well, so they do the job. Recently had to top the brake fluid up there. Noticed the brakes weren't as good as they were originally. Again, after it was on the sidecar for a while, started to use the brake fluid more. I have no idea why. So yeah, good knobbly tires on the front as well. It is a pity about the suspension. Also, like I've been having trouble with the front forks. They seem fine, but when you're riding the bike, again, it's stiffer than what it should be. But this will be all done next year. To be honest, I just can't be bothered this year now. I really can't. Been busy with other things. Yeah. So the bike itself, it's got a decent sized tank. I'm not quite sure how many litres that is now, but I think it's about a 2.5 gallon tank. So what's that? 12 litres, is it? Something like that. Does that work out at 12 litres, something like that? So yeah, so plenty. And it's quite economical. I think I'm getting about probably 70 to the gallon out of this. Other bikes will do a lot more, but it's fine. It's fine. So yeah, we normally go all day if we're riding somewhere and fill it up at the start and fill it up the next day if we're on bigger journeys, which we have done in the past, done some touring on it, but I don't think it's going to be this year. Finances just don't allow it, I don't think, and time. So yeah, I put that on myself because another thing was this was be the type of bike it is. The mud guards are short and everything, including Sally, will get sprayed with dirt. Put that on there, cured that. The front's the same, it's got a shorter mud guard than normal, as you can see. And the whole bike does get into a bit of a mess, but yeah. I've been looking online, probably before I go, buying some hand guards, or whatever you call them, to go on there. They'll look quite nice. And because I'm an old man and I do suffer a bit of cramps in the fingers after riding a while, a bit of arthritis setting in and so on, they will protect the hands from the elements, I suppose, a bit better. So yeah, so that's about it. Just wanted to update on a few things, what I like and what I don't like. I say it's got plenty of power. It's an oil cooled, just a nice bike to ride, really. The chain's pretty good. Don't have to adjust it too often. Keep an eye on it. So with the little Yamaha 125, you have to do that because they're thinner, cheaper sprockets and chains. But this one is a bit more heavy duty and lasts quite a bit longer before, I have to tension it again, tighten it up, whatever you want to call it. So yeah. So that's it for now. Hope you liked this little bit of a video. There's a better video coming up soon. If you remember, years ago, I built this. It turned out to be a bit of a disaster, but it's bracketed to the wall and solid, and it does the job. I really need more space. My bamboo armchair, there's 3 up there. We had 4 of them. Those in a distance. Mine I always sat on, then eventually gave way, broke. So I decided I'm going to build, because we got so much wood, I'm going to build myself an armchair. So I'll be filming all of that. It's going to take me a while. I haven't got a lot of tools. I've been investing in a few things like chisels and better hammers and stuff. I've never done any serious woodwork before. So I'm going to, because here things are just chairs and tables, whatever. They're put together and they're hammered, they're nailed together, which is a quick, effective, easy way of doing it. I want to have a go making proper joints, and I have never done this in my life before. So we'll have to see how that goes. And yeah, so that'll be starting this weekend, but you won't see the video for quite a while because it's going to take me a while, because there are going to be a lot of mistakes, and which I'll film everything of. And I might even give up halfway through it if I just don't think I'm capable. So let's see how it goes, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.